So it's been a month since I started this challenge and I finally blew up. And there was a lot of issues and problems that I saw in my trading. And the number one thing is not holding on to the winners long enough. And in that way, I can't really afford a max loss because you need big winning days to cover for big losses. And I only have small winning days, small losing days, or big losses. There's not a day where I have that big win. And this comes down to not having patience and confidence in one setup and not holding long enough. So going forward, I will only trade one strategy. I will cover it in a second and not do too many things at once, because what I was doing, my trading was all over the place. I had too many strategies because I'm very passionate about trading. And if I sit there all day long, I see so many trades that I want to take, and it's just not going to work with this specific account where you only can risk $1,000. And yeah, there's so many strategies that you can't do, especially scaling into fib lines. You need tight risks, but also then you get stopped out a lot. You miss all those trades, and it's very difficult with a tight risk to have patience when the trade is working. That is something that I'm seeing. So it's easy to have patience if you have wide risk, but if you have a tight risk, and holding on to the winner is very difficult because you want to take that profit quickly, and you can't. By doing so, you will never have a big winning day. Let's go over the statistic from this challenge so far. The account is currently at 49,122, and the problem here, you see it right away. The best day is only 817, and the worst day is over 1,000. And if you look at the chart, this is all time, the complete challenge, 22 days. So there's a lot of small winning days, then one big loss. This was due to the FOMO, fighting the market, not having any strategy at all. But then, grinding my way back up. 400, 200, 200, 200. Again, small winning days. Nothing wrong with that. But then there's the big loss day, the max loss. And also nothing wrong with that. The problem is I need big winning days in order to go into the right direction. And that is what I didn't have. No big winning days. Due to not being able to hold on to a winner, trading too many things at once. Different strategies require different risk management. But overall, it was difficult for me to find something that works and have that patience. There was many great trades that I had, but I was in and out way too quick and did not capitalize on it. And that's the biggest issue, because when a big loss happens, which will always happen, if you don't have big winning days, it's going to set you back way too much, and all this work is for nothing. At the end of the month, I was trying to be a little more aggressive. Unfortunately, I hit my max loss. I was scaling in some of the trades, and they did work out, but I was stopped out at the worst price due to the rule of max loss of 1,000 only. So overall, went nowhere, but down at the end. So for me, I need a strategy that is simple, where I can actually be confident and hold it longer to make big winning days. That's all I need. As long as the trade works, be patient and hold on to it. And having too many strategies, doing too many things at once, it's just gonna mess everything up. Now let's go over this one strategy that I want to try out, if it's profitable or not. So what I see, first of all, I want to make sure to be on the right side of the move. I don't want to fight the market. So that is why I'm using the prior closing line. Every time a day closes at a certain price, you can use it in order to the next day If it's below, you can short it. If it's above, you can long it. By doing so, you would have not fought the wrong side on all those big green days, or even on the short days. You know, look at this. It closed weak, closed here, and anything below, you only look to short. And this day as well. We never could really hold on green against the prior close, and you could already have an edge by having the right side. This day, for example, although we broke this little trend here going down, it did not stay under the prior closing line, so you can only go long, and you would have be on the right side again. That by itself is an edge, so I like it a lot. It works on all different indices, futures, stocks, whatever, especially on the big tech, big names. So you see those 3 days up. We closed here. We had a nice washout, a little short, but you gotta pay attention to the bigger trend. It's an uptrend. So you could have shorted it here. You made some, but as soon as it reclaims, you position yourself long. This day, for example, we went red a little bit, but then reclaimed. And then there's no point shorting it. As soon as you're above that prior close, it's game on the long side. So this is a big move, and you were trading it on the right side if you use this simple concept. Same today. It never really went red. So let's go intraday. That's the closing line. You can see it tried to flush out before open pre-market, and then the open. It's a big candle to the upside. Closing green, giving us this 15-minute opening range. This is what I like to trade. I wait for the first 15-minute candle, and if it's a green candle for above and the red to green line, the prior closing line, then I just look for long. You just buy any dip. Can use VWAP also as additional, confirmation. And look at this nice move. And the most important thing is to not short it, because this is why we have those rules. And if we would have closed the 15-minute opening range red, staying below that line, then there's good chance that it will keep going lower. So let's check out another one. Oil. This is the 15-minute opening range. Here, 930. It was green. We're above prior close line, so you could go long. And there was a nice long against that VWAP again to go up. Now there were news, but overall it pushed up first, giving us a nice trade. And then obviously, when it fails, you stop out. It flushed everybody out, but then it reclaimed again. This is the 15-minute range. Strong reclaim, buy dip against VWAP, and nice upside potential. Let's look at the same at gold. Gold was already up pre-market pretty much, very far away, but still had this nice open, strong open, and it went higher. So every dip is a long opportunity. Yeah, if you chase it here, you might get stopped out, but if you chase it here, you gotta understand the risk is this range. So if you start here, you gotta add basically until this range actually breaks down. That's the risk. So you gotta be patient, wait for dips to buy. But you have a level to trade against, and that's the most important thing, and you're on the right side. So I will be using only this strategy, this 15-minute range to trade against, using prior closing line to go long or short, using VWAP if it's too extended, and that's basically it. Pretty simple. And I also pay attention to the 10:30 reversal time, because as you guys can see, 10:30 topping out with oil. It's exactly at 10:30 where a little reversal happens. The Nasdaq 1030 tried to come down, but then it went up. So 1030 is usually a good moment to reconsider everything, to lock some in, and then wait. If there's no reversal or trend break, then you can rejoin later. That is what I'm going to do. So one simple strategy, it works on every instrument.